Ahava blessings and welcome to this video. And in this video, I will be sharing some guidance for the full moon in Virgo. And so the full moon is just a powerful moment of the month. It is believed that the high holy teachers, the Sakadim, and these high holy teachers, or we can also call them Sadik, right? A Sadik, or Sadikim, they appear on the full moon. And so when we call upon our teachers, our heavenly teachers, they come to us, and all of them are present on a full moon. And so we already know that the energy of a full moon activates our Kundalini energy. All of the energy of our fluid system is activated as well, because the full moon brings in an energy into humans and into the earth that is very powerful. And so one thing about the full moon is that we know that the moon doesn't have any light. When she is full, she has totally received the light of the sun. And we too, as humans, our light is the light of Allah, the light of Divine Mother Father, right? The light of Divine Source, the light of the Creator. And so with this light, we can actually open up and receive even more light. The moon represents our incarnational experience. The moon represents our sacred body vessel, our own incarnation. And when we choose, again, to open up and receive, we are filled with the light of divine presence. And so the full moon is not just a moment of release, because a lot of times we associate the full moon with releasing something as it goes towards the darkness very slowly to enter a new cycle. And the full moon is also a moment for reception. And that is a very important word. Why is that word so important? Because to be the moon, to be that sacred body vessel that receives the light, we need to know how to receive, right? What parts of ourselves are closing the energy so that we can't receive? And I'm not just talking about the divine blessings and the miracles, but receive from people, which are miracles and divine blessings, right? Receive love, receive goodness. And so it is a moment to just release. We've just been through the 11th day of the moon to arrive to the 15th day of the moon, which is usually when the full moon takes place. One of the meanings of the word Shabbat is number 15, and I do have the Shabbat candles, as in the eve of Shabbat we were already preparing ourselves to receive this full moon and to receive the presence of the high holy teachers. And so on the 11th day of the moon, our chrism is activated, and this is our sacred sexual energy in the pineal gland. And so we already have the strong activation, the strong awakening within us that resets our body, that resets our fluid system. And on the full moon, if we have been in prayer or in practice between the 11th and the 15th, we really get a powerful upgrade in our fluid system, in our cellular system, in our energy field as well, and in the energy system of the body that is connected to water as well. And so in this moment, we are in the portal of Mayim Be'alma, which means Lent in Christianity and Catholicism. In Aramaic, it's Mayim Be'alma, which is the rebirth of the soul, or the womb of the soul. So we're connecting to all of the wisdom, to all of the purification of the demons that we may be holding, right? All of the demons or energies within us that want to take us into separation, our ego. So on this full moon, we can call upon the high holy teachers to guide us. So they come into our presence, and we can take time to be in prayer, to be in meditation, to seal any of the activations that we receive between the 11th and the 15th day of the moon, just so we can all be connected to this energy and know where we are. We are in the month of Adar Pisces, right? And this full moon in the Aramaic cycles of the moon is called Nikupta. And Nikupta is an Aramaic word which means mystery. So what does mystery mean in the mystery teachings of this lineage, right? Mystery means that something wants to be revealed. That's what it means, right? When we talk about the mystery teachings, these are teachings that are to be revealed, right? That is the prophecy of any mystery. A mystery always wants to be revealed. And so we can see this as the moon, the full moon, goes into her glory, right? And then she starts to go little by little into the darkness. Something is revealed. And so how beautiful to have the guidance, the presence, and the help of the high holy teachers in this moment to guide us. We must always remember that when the Hebrews left Egypt, and this is a symbolic story that we can always take into our life, and I really like to remember this story and remind ourselves of this story. When they left and they crossed the desert and they were successful and they were going to look for the promised land, they were given guidance, and that guidance from Allah was, you want to be successful, you want to be free from slavery, because Egypt in that time was a symbol for slavery. You want to be free, you want to be sovereign. Follow the cycles of the moon. Follow the cycles of your incarnation, with the moon representing our incarnation. And when the moon is in Virgo, we are being filled with the frequency of Virgo, right? Which is purity, which is prayer, and which is service. Service. And so we can ask ourselves, what better way to celebrate this full moon? Being in service. Let us all be in service, and being in prayer, and being in purification and cleanliness, and connecting to the earth in a consecrated manner, which is that beautiful Virgo energy of the priestess and the priest archetype. And so I would like to do a reading with the Desert Rose Oracle cards to celebrate this full moon in Virgo, and so we may have guidance as well. So let's do a Beit spread. So Beit is the second letter of the Aramaic Hebrew alphabet, which means what is the message that wants to be birthed through us. And so we know that we are in reception. We are connecting to the high holy beings, the mystics, the great teachers, the heavenly light beings that are here with us on the full moon. And so we are going to receive guidance. Wow. And so we have received the following cards. So the first one, let me just show this to my camera lady, is Gala Messiah. Okay, so Mary Magdalene as feminine Christ. And then the other card, because we have two, is Gypsy Rose. And so this is Sarah Tamar in her expression as Queen of the Earth, right? Marrying her Christ, the blue rose energy, marrying the earth. Now, these two cards are very, very powerful, because in the first card, Mary Magdalene Escala Messiah, it's all about the prophecy that is being fulfilled, right? Because we are in a messianic age, and in the messianic age, the prophecy that is fulfilled is that the Christ, the Gala Messiah, the bride of Christ, will be manifested on earth. She will be manifested on earth through us, right? So we are the servants of Gala Messiah. We are here to serve her. We are here to serve the light. And the Gypsy Rose, which is Sarah Tamar, in the daughter of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, through oral tradition, it is believed that she married a Druid in Santiago de Compostela, which is in the north of Spain, where the Camino is. And there they started a community called the Way of the Rose, right? The Way of Love, the Way of the Gypsy Rose, which was all about connecting and integrating all of the tribes. And their religion was love. And so there is a gypsy energy in this card, which is about grounding, and also a lesson on nothing is truly ours. Our home is where we are in that moment. And truly our home is our body, right? And so when Gala Messiah and the Gypsy Rose come together, the message that I am receiving is just as Gala Messiah is the prophecy being revealed to all of us who are opening up to her, there's also something very powerful wanting to be revealed to you through this full moon, this Nikupta energy. Remember that Nikupta means mystery in Aramaic. And Tamar, as the Gypsy Rose, is asking us first to really be anchored into the earth, really feel connected with our bodies, and to anchor the energies of what we are receiving, the divine guidance that we are receiving into our life. Tamar with this card is also telling us that there are some aspects of our life that need more love, that need more understanding, that those challenges that we are going through have a sacred message for all of us. So these two cards together are saying, whatever we are going through is actually sacred if we can look at it as something sacred, as a message that is coming to us from the divine. And so on this full moon in Virgo, let us honor all of the Sadikim. Let us honor the high holy teachers that are present with us. Let us be open to receive and also even allow the waters of the full moon to activate any DNA upgrades that we may have had after the chrism has been activated in the pineal gland on the 11th day of the moon. And then we can take guidance from Mary Magdalene as Gala Messiah, the bride of Christ, and Tamar as the Gypsy Rose. And so the final message I'm receiving is that what is it that we're not allowing to be seen in our life? What are we hiding, right? Because when we connect with the Gypsy Rose in the way of love, nothing should be hidden. It should be embraced. It should be alchemized. It should be healed with love. And so these two beautiful frequencies are asking us to walk the path of love, to walk the path of faith, understanding that the messages that we are receiving are guided messages from the high holy teachers and the light beings. And so for this full moon, as we're connecting to these powerful energies and these powerful teachers, let us chant. And we're going to chant a few times the Shlom Lekh, which is the Hail Mary in Aramaic. And so you can put your hands on your heart if you know it. And if you don't, you can look underneath where I share the words in Aramaic to chant along. And I also included a link to one of my albums that you can listen to if you feel that this chant, this prayer chant, is something that is calling you into your practice, into your daily practice. And so let us chant together. Shlom Lekh Maryam Malyat Taybouta Shlom, Lekh, Malyat Taybouta, Moran, Qadeeshto Maryam, Wambarakhoo Feero, Dabkharsekh, Shlom, Lekh, Malyat Taybouta, Moran, Qadeeshto Maryam, Wambarakhoo Feero, Dabkharsekh. Inhale and exhale. And very slowly open the eyes. And I am wishing all of you a powerful full moon in Virgo. Just open up and receive that upgrade, receive the energy, receive the messages, receive the frequency of the Virgin Queen of Virgo, right? That beautiful, pure energy, and allow the purity of the light that we are receiving. Let us allow this purity to guide us into our sacred service. And so, a great moment to take some time and write about how we feel about serving in the world and what would that look like? What would we like for this to look like? Sending so much love to all of you. Ahava.